We just need to get all the tubes and the sacks out, and hopefully without puncturing them. And usually what's going to puncture them is your sharp knife. So I try to use my dull fingers as often as I can. So it's a lot of lifting and pulling rather than getting in there with this thing. So we just use this just enough and then move to the fingers, because you can yank on this stuff pretty good and it's not going to rupture. And then if it ruptures, it actually is not a big deal. It doesn't matter. You will be confronted with a choice, you know, if as you're pulling the guts out, something gets punctured and it leaves some green ooze on the meat. You are immediately going to want to grab the hose, usually, and spray it off. But that's usually not the best option. So the better thing is usually not to hose and just keep going. Just get all the guts out, get everything out. Even go so far as to split the pig all the way in half, all the way down the middle. And then you can go back to that spot where the green spooge came out. And you just grip it and pull up. And you'll be gripping this membrane that's on the meat. And you just pull up and you just shave away that little surface membrane where the green spillage was. And then it's gone. It's no problem. Whereas if you hose it, you're just kind of rinsing it down the rest of the meat. So it's not quite as clean to hose it, but even then, it's still not that big a deal. If you're going to get it refrigerated by the evening, there's not a lot that's going to proliferate and create lots of problems on there. Especially since, you know, if you're dealing with a pig that you've raised and you're slaughtering it like 20 yards from where it's spent its whole life, and you're taking it just a few miles to a walk-in or to your own, or just hoisting it higher up the tree in the middle of winter, it's a much simpler process. Everything is so much cleaner. So there's just, in general, there's way more forgiveness on the home scale.